Hi everyone, this is Marla from Twinstrology, and I'm here with your bi-monthly moon report for twin flames. We have a very special one today because we're having a new moon total solar eclipse in Pisces. And new moons are brand new beginnings for us. And an eclipse is an especially powerful new beginning. It's 3 times more powerful than a normal new moon. You can see the sun and the moon down here. This is the chart for the eclipse. And it's happening on the 8th or 9th, depending on where you live. I'm on the east coast of the United States, so it's happening on the 8th for me. So here's the sun and the moon down here. And a new moon is when the sun and the moon come together. We call that a conjunction in astrology. And what makes it an eclipse is because it's close to the south node. And an eclipse always happens when the new moon or full moon are near the nodes of destiny. So we have this new beginning, but there's a catch with this new beginning because it's on the south node. And the south node is our karma. It's what we bring from past lives. And when things are on the south node, we need to release them. And so this new moon is asking us to make a big release before we can get our new beginning. Let me read you the Sabian symbol for this new moon. It's a master instructing his disciple. So a master instructing his disciple, that shows me that we're going to be getting some kind of instruction from spirit. And likely this is going to come in the form of lessons. And lessons showing us why we need to make this release. For many of you, this release is going to involve a karmic relationship. Could be a spouse or partner, could also be a family member, a friend, or even possibly a habit or template that's holding you back. But the reason that I say a karmic relationship is because we have asteroid karma opposing asteroid Juno. Juno is the asteroid of partnership. So we have here karmic partnerships. Over here we have Pallas opposing Pandora, and they're forming a cross. So they're all aspecting each other. So we're looking at karmic relationships, an aspect to Pallas, which is our third eye, who's helping us see deeper into the relationship, helping us see the pattern. You may even be having past life flashbacks or some dreams that relate to this person. And then over here you have Pandora, who's an interesting asteroid. Now, most of you have heard the myth of Pandora's box. The gods gave Pandora a box and told her not to open it, but she was so curious. She couldn't help herself, and she opened it, and all the ills of the world were unleashed. She managed to close the box just in time to save one thing, and that thing was hope. So to me, Pandora represents things being unleashed, sudden changes. Once something comes out of the box, it can never go back in the box. So you have some kind of revelation around your karmic relationships, if you haven't already. And it's like, you know what, you just can't go back to the way things were. And you realize you have to let it go. We also have asteroid union down here in Sagittarius squaring the north and south node almost exactly. Less than 10 minutes of separation. And when we have something squaring the nodes, that means it's aspecting both the south node, which is our past, and the north node, which is our future, equally. So it's like you're at a cross point, and what do you need to do? Are you going to go back and play it safe, or are you going to move forward? And for many twins, something that's keeping you stuck is your karmic relationship. There's a lot of twins out there complaining that their other half is stuck in old relationships and not moving forward, that they're running away, yet they're still stuck in their own karmic relationships. You cannot wait for your twin to come and hold your hand and promise that they're going to be there for you. We're being asked to take a leap of faith right now. And the other major energy I feel going on is a big test of faith, and that's being shown with Saturn square Jupiter. Saturn is our fears, and our fears are coming up right now because we need to release them in order to move forward. Jupiter is our faith, so it's a tug of war. You know, your fears are coming up. You have to go deep, guys, and access your faith and believe what you know to be true. But this can cause some really deep purging. And I want to let you guys know that if you need any additional help, I've made a new video in conjunction with Carrie Turcotte, who's a fellow twin flame. She's also a psychic medium. She's a channel for the Embassy of Light. And many of you already know her as the author of the Vibe Report. And her and I have teamed up and created a video that's over an hour and a half long. It goes over all the astrology for the month of March, including the solar eclipse, the lunar eclipse, the spring equinox. I talk about the astrology. Carrie channels messages from spirit. We try to offer you guidance on how to navigate the energy, what you can expect before it comes. I talk about the eclipses in great detail. So I will add the link to that at the bottom of this video. You can also find it on my Facebook page, Twinstrology, and on Carrie's Facebook page, The Embassy of Light. I strongly suggest listening to it to help you navigate everything that's going on. And there's a lot of stuff going on. There's a lot of water involved. We're going to be very emotional. We could see something going on with the oceans, for example, or we could have some very wet weather as well. It's a big time for manifestation. Chiron and Jupiter. Chiron and Jupiter are helping us access higher knowledge. Chiron is the bridge between our animal nature and our higher mind. Chiron was a centaur. He was fathered by Saturn and a nymph called Valera. Saturn had turned himself into a stallion, and so when Chiron was born, he was half horse, half man, and his parents were disgusted by him, so they gave him to Apollo to be fostered. And Apollo taught him the art of healing. Apollo's the god of medicine. He also taught him astrology and being an oracle. So Chiron was very talented and gifted. And he took his knowledge and he went back to the centaurs, who were very wild, and they would kind of get drunk and just carouse around and get into trouble, and he tried to civilize them. So Chiron in opposition to Jupiter is really helping us tap into our higher wisdom. We're also being purified right now with all the water, and the Sabian symbol actually for Jupiter right now is a swimming contest, and the Sabian symbol for union is a Chinese laundry. So we're being washed clean. Saturn is on the Sabian symbol, an Easter, hold on a second. Sorry, I have to look it up. It's a long one. An Easter sunrise service draws a large crowd. Now, what is Easter but a celebration of the resurrection of Christ? So again, we're being reborn. And Christ represents the Lamb, purity, and by his death and resurrection, we're washed clean. And we also have Chiron is on the symbol, a little white lamb, a child, and a Chinese servant. Again, we have the white lamb metaphor, which is purity, a child who is innocent, and the Chinese servant acting as our guardian angel or our spirit guide. You know, we can trust that we're being guided through this process of healing, and it is a great time of healing. And we should try and tap into our childlike innocence, and that will keep us balanced. We also have the South Node on an interesting Sabian, a prophet bringing down the new law from the mountain. We're in new times. We're getting a new beginning, and the old laws don't apply anymore. It's time for new laws. And it's a time where we can be more tapped into our intuition. You know, we can be prophets, or you may come across someone who's a prophet. But truths are being revealed right now. And eclipses, I'm not sure if I said this or not, but eclipses are powerful agents of change. And if it's time for you to change, if something needs to go, if that's in your soul contract, the eclipses will just take it away. Believe me, I've had that happen to me. It's better to just let go, but sometimes things come out of the blue and blindside you. So again, if you need help, you can contact me for a personal reading. My website is eclipseastro.com. You can contact me through my Facebook page, Twinstrology. And don't forget that video that's there for you with Carrie. All right, thanks everybody. Have a great new beginning, and don't forget to do your new moon manifestations and write down some things that you want to manifest at this very powerful new moon.